Daz. Come on. 50 metres. 50 metres. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Awesome. Can't believe it. Yeah.
Well done. You okay? Yeah.
Awesome. Well done. Thanks.
So we'd complete the 7 in 7 and the whole team are buoyed and want to go again, but trying to find something that is different, that is as challenging or more challenging, that you can fit in and around everybody's work, and that is a similar time of year to what we did last year. You throw all that in a melting pot and then you're going, right, well, we're definitely going again, but what does it look like? Just want to formally welcome everybody. What went from a team of 7 or 6 last year has turned into something pretty big, as you can see. All a little bit excited and ready to go, I hope. Let's look after each other. If someone needs a quiet word, let's have it, and let's really take care of each other. I've just received a message from Rob, actually. Just wanted to wish you all luck tomorrow. You don't realise the impact you are having on me. Go careful. Doing? Oh yeah, morning. Morning. All right. Morning. You stop clapping now. How are you doing? All right. Thanks for coming down.
It's amazing what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, it's great you've come down and all. Oh, we haven't got you out of bed too early. So it's a special day, and to have the support, to have both charities here represented and to have all our team ready to go is brilliant. We've got to keep doing what we're doing, and the government have pledged 50 million now, which is wonderful, which will hopefully help in the research area, but the big part that's missing is the support and care for people who are diagnosed and their families, and that's certainly what we're trying to push. Jamie Jones sent me an article that was on the BBC website called Big Dog's Backyard Ultra, and I read it, and it's this race in America that is last man standing basically, but it's this guy's got a plot of land and you run a loop of this land. Within the hour, they go every hour, and whatever's left you get as recovery. Now it's a little bit shorter than 7k, I think it's about 6.5, but I saw this and instantly went, that's it. That's what we're going to do, and we'll do it for 24 hours, and you do the maths and you go, that ends up at about 100 mile.
If you need a running partner, I'd love to be there, but I've got Christmas lights and stuff to put up. This is your challenge, you're amazing, enjoy, get it done.
I just started at Leicester, and I'm discussing it at home with Jane, and she said, well, how far is it from Leicester to Leeds? Type it in Google Maps. It's 96 miles. And then you start to think about it and you think, well, it's my new club to my old club, and the club that I love to bits, and my best mates are there, and obviously Rob's, and we all played our careers out together there, and it works, it fits. And then you think, well, actually from a fundraising point of view, you sort of bring both codes together, both rugby codes, and you add in the Doddy Weir part, the rugby union, and how much support he's had. Can we combine both codes here and both sports to get behind something that both codes care a lot about?
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much for doing this.
No problem.
For us.
No problem at all.
Absolutely. I know you
don't like.
No,
anyone saying
it's
anything
big team effort. We're all right. We'll get it done, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll get it done. And the team we put together was unbelievable. And when I say the team, that includes all the guys who ran with us. That includes people from both charities. That includes, you know, people from Leeds Beckett Uni. But then within that, you try and handpick a few that you really know they've got some expertise, and you get on with them, the friends.
Take it steady, yeah.
The next plan is then I speak to Pete and Ben up at LBU and say, guys, this is the idea. I need someone to plan a route. And they've gone, leave it with us. And then they designed the route, and as soon as you get the route, it starts to come together, because, you know, we did it out the back of a car last year. And if we have to do it out the back of the car again this year, we will, and we could have done, but it became a lot bigger this time. Is this your fault they've all come down?
It is.
I'm sorry gents. Could have all been in bed now, couldn't you? A lot of it is just sort of grit your teeth and fight your way through it, and we intend to do that today. It's going to be tough, it's going to be difficult. Then I'm not a runner. Yeah, I do run, but I'm not a runner. I'm a guy who played rugby for 20 odd years, so there's a fair bit of wear and tear, but it's one hell of a challenge for us as a team, and combining that number 7. So I'm fully aware that, you know, changed jobs 4 months ago, and there's a lot of travel, and try to balance that with family time. So the time to go on big runs is massively deteriorated. And I was marathon fit, but certainly weren't 100-mile fit. And, you know, I read I needed to do 6 to 9 months of training. That weren't possible. I managed to get a day where I could do a 12-hour stint. We set off at 3 in the morning and we do a 12-hour stint of what was coming in the 101 miler. That was the only big run I did above marathon. Now I did a lot of 10Ks. I did a lot of like, just running and try to run every day. I did a lot of that and trying to make myself tired, but nothing could have really prepared us for that 101 mile. And when you look at training programs, you know, people are doing sort of 60 milers 1 week, a 70 miler week after, an 80 miler week after. We didn't get a chance to do that. The send-off, the support, you know, to turn up at Leicester in the morning at the ground, see so many people, to see the military guys, see both charities there, and the players. Cheers, boys. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. It's Monday morning. It's 8 o'clock. They've got a week off, but there were 12 or 15 of them turned up. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. They're good boys, aren't they? So to have that support straight away was just immense.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks, everyone. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey lads, great effort. We've gone 2 miles. So 49 to go.
Thank you.
Straight up.
McDonald's. Brekkie.
Nice day for it.
It's lovely, yeah. I said on TV, said the rugby gods and the MND gods have looked after us.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes tonight. Thank you. Morning everybody, all right? Thanks for coming out. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Is everyone all right? Yeah, thanks for coming out anyway, thank you. Yeah, I'm all right, yeah. The first one's easy. Ask me in 10 hours. Chris and Glenn. Chris reached out and said we've got this motorhome. We'd love to support, and we'd have been lost without it. It was just brilliant. You know, we had a toilet, we had an oven, there was somewhere warm to sit, there were some beds in the back if anything happened and anybody needed any attention. There was enough room for bags, everybody's kit in case it rained the whole 24 hours. And they were a big part of it.
There you go. 2 minutes, everybody! Yeah. 2 minutes, 2 minutes!
2 minutes before we start, the bell gets rung and that's, everybody get ready, we're going soon. But we had somebody from the M&D community ring the bell, and they were all different stories wrapped around that, and some of those really grabbed me. And I listened to the story and they were real emotional and touching, and you know, some of those will stick with me for a long time, because actually the more you understand about the disease and what it does and the devastation it causes, you get to see that firsthand.
Best number one. All right, no problem.
Much appreciated. Good luck. There you go. Well done, David. Thank you, mate.
The support from Leicester fans for the first 8 or 9 hours was incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. Right, and that's the beauty of it. Do you know, like last year, thank you. Like nobody knew, and it weren't until BBC grabbed it and Phil really drove it. But we'd have done it for 10 grand. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We'd have done this for 10 grand, because every little penny makes such a difference.
So we're 2 down. It's gone great so far. The rugby gods are shining on us. The weather, the support has been incredible. People from Leicester and plenty of Leeds shirts as well. It's been wonderful. So can't thank people enough. Let's hope it stays like this.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. That's it. 3 cheers for the support team. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, Dolly, do your thing.
All right.
Well, we set off and the plan was to be around 6-minute Ks. You know, they'd worked out from some of the testing I'd done that would be the optimal speed. I felt it was too slow, if I'm honest. You know, we wanted to run quicker. It's hard running slow. Got sick of kept getting told you're going too quick. But it's hard, especially when people are joining you fresh and they're at front and you're chatting and you feel comfortable. But I tried to do as I was told.
I think when it gets dark, it'll start changing a bit. There'll be less people come out. Probably try to keep warm a lot more. But try and stay at this as long as we can. We said when Rob got diagnosed just before Christmas 2019, and me and a couple of other lads went. Well, in fact, I drove him up to see Doddy, Carlisle. And on the way back, we had a pretty intimate conversation where we were both upset and we look after Lindsay and kids. How much do you need? One of them conversations, yeah? She's hard, isn't it? Yeah. It's like floods of tears. So club did loads. All former players did loads. But then COVID come. So we got to October. So I said, right, let's do an event and try and raise 77 grand, which were let's have a go at 77. So they're only like put together like that. And BBC grabbed it and it went. So that's how it came from then. Obviously, it gave us a chance to make sure he had his money Christmas morning.
Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you. How are you doing? All right, thank you. Cheers for coming out. Thank you, thanks for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. $89.8, same as last time, aren't it? Fish and chips? Yeah, fish and chips? Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thank you, it's much appreciated. All right, thank you. The support has been incredible by everybody, a lot of friends on the route, and then just people have been wonderful. So we'll keep going.
Still feeling all right?
Still all right, yeah. Yeah. We've got a bit to do, yeah, haven't we? So
Yeah.
19 legs to go, so
There's a few more yet. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
you know, it's great now, the sun's shining, everything's great, but as it gets a little bit darker, about 4 o'clock, and there's not many people on the streets, I think then we'll start digging in. The guys at Leicester, the coaching staff I've worked closely with have been so helpful and supportive of me. Sort of managed to get some really strong friendships in sort of the 4 months I've been there, and as soon as they knew I was doing it, you know, they couldn't have supported it anymore. You know, loads of them said, we'll run with you, or we'll jump on a bike with you, or we'll do this, we'll do that. They didn't want to go home, they loved it. Let's go! Thank you. We came out of Nottingham and there were some really, really big hills, and we were all chatting, music's playing, it was a real good feel, but I could feel my hammers in my calves and that feeling that they're going to cramp. All right. Tired. It's going to be horrible this, you know that, don't you? It's going to be horrible this, when it kicks in. Nah, I've only had it a couple of times, but I had it once in the London Marathon, and when cramp gets old, like, you can't get rid of it. And I'm thinking, I'm not even 7 hours in, and I'm in my 7th hour, and I'm about to cramp. And I thought, oh, how am I going to get through this now? Because I've still got however many hours left.
I don't want to keep stressing out by telling you every 10 metres we need to slow down. But it's because they're only doing one leg, so they're pushing the pace.
Well done, Kev.
Thank you.
Can I take a photograph of you?
Might not be a pretty one. We got to the end of that stage, and Dave Doss, our old physio, best physio I've ever worked with, he's brilliant. So I just did a bit of work on me, and up until that point, I'd not had any electrolytes. Now, when I'm running, I drink electrolytes, and they're like the bits of salts that let everything fire like it should fire. You know, they probably won't want to hear this, the nutritionists and the scientists, but I brought me on, and there was some in my bag, so I sneaked in the back of the motorhome, put 3 in a bottle of water, and never looked back then. Yeah, I feel all right. It was a tough one, that one. We're always going to be, I think, number 7. Rob's done it on purpose for us, and he made it tough coming out of Nottingham, so a few big hills, a bit tasty, but sun's still shining, and we're still going, and yeah, we're all right. We're all right. We've not started the fight yet.
As the hours started to tick on into the challenge, everybody mucked in. And I think that's a sign of a great team when the stuff needs doing, the stuff got to get done. Nobody cares what job they've got. They just get it done and find a way in. Let's go. Felt very much like we were in a grand final and people just did and turned up and got done what they needed to get done. We just finished number 9, just about to start number 10. Last couple have been pretty tough. Coming out of Nottingham have been very, very hilly. In fact, number 7, as you know, I would imagine, I'm sure Rob did it on purpose, but number 7's been the toughest so far. But we've knocked the last couple off. We had a real big hill on that last one. But once again, the reception and people here have been fantastic, so we keep going.
Come on, Joe, ring that bell. And then 2 minutes, we go.
Look, just very much for turning out. Much appreciated, all right. You make it really special, so thank you. Let's go.
Come on, Kenny.
Yeah, it's been pretty brutal, but I have to say the support's been incredible. Since the minute we set off from Leicester, people have lined the streets for us, and at every station, you know, there's been people with well wishes and support, and it's been wonderful. So it's been a great day so far. So many families have been affected across the UK, and so many people, and hopefully on the back of this, you know, it'll make their journeys a little bit better and a little bit smoother. We're 10 hours in now, so looking forward to cracking on. Smith threw nearly in tears when it laughed, didn't it? It's alright. Special, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it?
It's a privilege to join you.
They've been brilliant. They've been brilliant, everybody. Yeah, there's some sort of surreal moments because the music we're playing, different songs. Some of the songs were just on repeat, but. Like Alistair Campbell joined us and he'd requested some Dire Straits, and Dave, who did the run with us, he sort of said, I had a dream that, you know, I was running with Alistair Campbell in the dark and he's singing Dire Straits, and I'm like, yeah, that happened, it happened. And there's like loads of bits like that, and it's like, do you remember that guy? And do you remember when this happened? And do you remember that? Thank you. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, so wait, what a jack, it's all I've got.
Yeah. Quads are tight enough. Right. This is furthest we've ran after this one, do you know what I mean? We're equal. Thank you for coming out. So, we don't know what's coming, do we? You're going into unknown. But I like to think at this pace we're alright.
So many people coming out to see, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's been awesome all day, it's been like that.
You're not tired yet?
No, I'm alright, I just think there's a wave of love and support behind and we just keep going, don't we? Yeah.
Only a mile into Clown.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out, thank you. Thanks for coming out.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Go and get a brew and get your feet up. Great to see you anyway. Thanks for coming. In front of the faces make such a difference.
You've been to it, but you aren't trained to this.
Yeah, I've never been here before. This is it now. Sorry guys, I keep farting.
always tell when Kev's farts, his shoulders start going.
Some things don't change, Keith, do they? Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Are you sick of saying that now?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
I'm not.
See, this is what you got to do. 20 years of rugby and never got cheered like this.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Elton John, why and how, I don't know, but it set off and that was it. We were all in song and we were all going for it.
I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live.
And you know, if you'd been in bed and we came past, you'd have been thinking, what the hell is going on out there? But just really, really good times, special times.
I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words. I wonder if life is while you're in the world.
It's going to be 8k this. We've got to go again in 12 minutes. It's a short rest again. Probably around 11 o'clock, midnight. I remember thinking, like, my legs were really tiring then. Energy-wise was fine, mentally was fine. But you want to go to bed, you're tired. I think the dark, because it's dark as well. It's dark and you sort of should be asleep, but you're not, you're running. So we're backing up. We're still going. A slow rest. A no rest with a no rest. We had a meeting the night before where I said, look, at some stage we're all going to be a bit cranky and a bit tired and we might say some things we don't mean, but it's only because we're trying to get it done and we care about each other. What we're basically saying to everyone were, I'm going to get cranky at some point and I know it and I'm going to have a go at somebody, but I don't mean it. Sorry man, I don't want to go at you. You just want to rest, you know what I mean? I want to sit down. Yeah. I missed the last one, I missed my wife. Yeah. Time for it, we're gone again. Yeah. There he is.
How you get on, mate?
Creep up, Rob.
Didn't ask you. How you get on? You alright? Alright. Yeah.
Tired, mate.
I can imagine.
Tired. 6 in a bit today. Tired. I can fall asleep now.
Good, yeah.
My quads had seized up. We had about 7 legs to go, and I was working it out in my own mind. You know, I like my numbers anyway, but I'm working it out and I'm thinking, my legs have stopped working, I've got over a marathon to run. And you then start reflecting on some of the things you've said in the build-up. I want it to be tough, I want it to be a challenge, I want it to be horrific, and I thought, well, you've got exactly what you asked for here, so it serves you right. I knew for those last 6 or 7 legs that I was going to have to really dig in. And that's then when the difficulties come, because your mindset changes to, I've got to look after myself, and my focus was all about trying to keep my mind strong and make sure we got to the end and make sure my legs carried on doing what they should do. By that stage, you know, you're clinging on, you're holding on. I just knew, right, we're going to have a war here and get ready.
What do you focus on? Don't you?
First 5.
Do you keep popping?
Just keep thinking of Jane.
What's that?
Just keep thinking of Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm tired.
Good turnout, Kev, actually. Yeah. Still, even this time. Imagine if you're in bed, asleep, you hear this coming past your window. Being robbed by Spandau Ballet.
By the time JP and Baz are with me, I don't say a word. They're just talking at each other and telling stories, which is brilliant because it allows you to listen, but just the fact you're there. Do you know what I mean? The fact that you're there and you care, and I'm so happy you're there. I just can't tell you or show you because actually I'm concentrating on one step at a time.
You're doing great, mate. I know you're not there yet, but that 7 figures is coming.
As soon as you get in that dark place, there's some bits that switch off and you try to save energy and you're trying to, I suppose, condense your thought process to not have to think about too much, just think about keep going.
Last bit of nonsense from me. We're all proud of you, Kev. You know that. Awesome. Very emotional, very tired, but we're just all so proud of him.
What he's doing is incredible, and it's just, you can see how tough it is. And I thought it'd be tough for him, but he's really digging in, so I know he'll get there, and I think he'll build it, because you just raised so much money for a great cause, won't you know?
Some of my best memories are obviously the support. Like, it was incredible, just everywhere, like it's stupid o'clock in the morning, just like people there, people stood in the pitch black. People wouldn't know it because I kept it back, but you know, I could feel myself about to cry and be really emotional. And a lot of that is because of what people were prepared to give to help me. So the amount of support, and then just the whole team doing what they did, the people who ran with us. You know, you're a bit overwhelmed by it, or why are all these people coming to help get this done? And of course they're there because they love Rob to bits. But at that moment, they're there to try and help get me through. Pretty emotional when we hit Leeds, when we run up and came through sort of towards Hyde Park, past the university. Pretty emotional again there. And then seeing Lindsay and Macy. I think Tanya tried to do an interview, but I just felt drunk. It's like staggering, felt like, you know, I'd had 20 pints and staggering home from the pub. And to see them, it brings it all home because you know, I never once forgot why we were doing it or what it were about, but at that stage it was absolutely self-preservation, I've just got to get it done. Then to see them, it's really emotional. So Macy was great because she's young and smiley and she was so happy to be there. It really, really helped. Just before we hit pitch side, there's a lot of people at Headingley, the staff, who I care a lot about, who were clapping us in. And you know, to see some of those faces and see what it means to them, the fact that we've done it, the fact that we've made it, and was pretty special. To come out on the field and see the military guys, to see all those people in the stand, to see the Rhinos first team squad in the global stand. I didn't know Jane and Sam were going to be sort of holding the ribbon alongside Jackson and Maya and Lindsay's mum and dad. I didn't know that. Couldn't have had a better finish. Just really overwhelming people who mean a lot to me there. And that's the bit that's probably been lost in some of this, and behind the scenes there's so much hard work going on and so much support, and you know, without Jane and the kids and their support, there's not a chance I'm going to be able to do it. The awareness is fantastic. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people in the UK now who are far better educated and understand MND over the last 18 months, 2 years than they've ever done. So that's really important, but the funds make the difference, and you know, we set ourselves a 100 grand target. We didn't know whether people had the appetite to support again this year. COVID's still there, gas and electric bills are going through the roof, petrol's going through the roof. Like inflation's increasing, so you know, are people going to be as generous? Are they prepared to part with some of that well-earned money that they did the year before? So for it to do what it did again, yeah, it's pretty special. You get to provide some hope again, and ultimately, there's so many families been devastated by MND. Rob's a big part of that. You saw on his face when we finished what he meant to him. And while he's willing to fight like he has and continues to do, then we'll keep going and keep fighting too. So on to 2022, you know, I stumbled out of Headingley on Tuesday morning, not long after we'd finished, and then my wife pretty much carrying me and put me in the car, and then you get home and get stripped off in the garage, you pretty much get carried up the stairs, put in the shower, put in bed. But very quickly you start to think about next year, and you remember some of those moments where the families have rang the bell and told their story, and we're helping people, and you know, whether we raise another pound or not, that's it. We've got to continue helping people and families, and so on to 2022, and you know, I don't know what comes next. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether we go again. I don't know whether it's trying to involve more people, given the support we've had and people, the awareness of it. Do we try and do something that's for everybody, or do we continue down the same track? I don't know, but at this moment I don't have a huge appetite to do 101 miles again. But if you say to me today, would you run the other way and go back, so Leeds to Leicester, for a similar amount of money, absolutely I'd do it again.